Welcome to the New Brush Up, Spring 2024 edition. I'm Kaylee Bryant.
And I'm Quay Skanky. In this exclusive newscast, we will be highlighting the works of Reno school students and promoting our University of Nevada, Reno.
Do you think journalism is still important these days?
Well, Kaylee, I think journalism is always important. You can't have an informed public without journalism, and that is what we provide.
Absolutely. Journalism is crucial in making sure we have an informed public.
At the core of all journalism is the First Amendment. For a refresher, Nick Capuano, part of our lead interview team, invited Assistant Professor of Media Law Patrick File to our Studio A. Let's listen into their conversation.
Why don't you start by telling us your name?
Patrick File.
And what do you do here at the university?
I am an associate professor, and I teach classes on the First Amendment and public records, and I'm also the graduate director at the Reno School of Journalism.
So, could you tell us what a law is?
Law is a form of social contract that a group of people under a governmental system agree on.
Gotcha. Do you think YOLO could be a law?
If the group of people who were agreeing on the laws under their government decided that YOLO was something that they wanted to codify into law, I suppose that they could create a YOLO law.
Gotcha. Okay. Tell me more about the First Amendment.
The First Amendment is a law, a constitutional law that is in effect in the United States that guarantees freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, and freedom of petition.
I'm partial to the Third Amendment myself. I think quartering is important.
Yes, it is an important part of the amendment, although it's worth noting that what that constitutional amendment says is that you can't quarter soldiers in a person's home. And so if you were partial to quartering, unfortunately the law under that constitutional amendment makes it so that you can't quarter people, or specifically quarter government soldiers in your home.
Suppose there's always next time.
Yes, yeah.
Quartering, I've never heard of that one, but I have heard about quarterbacking. Our basketball team made it to March Madness, but then had an unfortunate late game breakdown as they lost to Dayton 60-63 in the first round. On a brighter note, our women's softball team is doing great. They're currently doing amazing in the Mountain West and are looking like a serious threat to win the conference. We're all hoping that some of that success rubs off on the football team this fall after 2 straight 2-10 seasons. For a Gridiron preview, we have Zach Briggs with Derek Reardon live at Mackey Stadium.
Thank you, Audrey. And now for football. Wolfpack coaches are getting their first look at more than 80 returning players from last year's roster, as well as 28 additions in the spring, the main position to watch being quarterback. Nevada has had major quarterback issues the last 2 seasons, as it's been unable to even partially replace the productivity of 2-time Mountain West Offensive Player of the Year Carson Strong. Nevada has tried 4 starting quarterbacks the last 2 seasons, those being Nate Cox, Shane Illingworth, Brendan Lewis, and AJ Bianco. Lewis and Bianco return this year and will be challenged by transfers Chubba Purdy from Nebraska and Anthony Grigsby Jr. from the College of San Mateo. The quarterback room also includes Jax Leatherwood, who redshirted as a freshman last season, and walk-ons Baylor Horning and Anthony Wolter. Purdy will be limited in the spring after off-season surgery, but is still throwing. This is a wide-open position where Nevada needs a major upgrade in productivity. A starting quarterback is unlikely to be named during this spring, but the depth chart will begin to be formed, so spring's first impressions are huge. In regards to the official season next year, the Nevada football team already had one of the hardest schedules in program history for 2024, before adding last month a 13th game against SMU, which is coming off an 11-win season and will join the ACC next year. First-year head coach Jeff Choate said that the addition wasn't necessarily his idea, but it'll bring a $450,000 game guarantee to Nevada, plus any additional revenue that is added through a 7th home game. He quoted, "If I'm being candid, I'm taking one for the team, and so are my guys. I hope that's recognized and appreciated for what it is by the university and by the athletic department." Nevada will face 10 teams in 2024 who played in bowls in 2023. That includes 3 games against power conference schools, SMU, Oregon State, and Minnesota. The Wolfpack's other non-conference games are against Troy, Georgia Southern, and Eastern Washington. All 5 of those FBS non-league opponents played in bowls last season, going a combined 42-25. Nevada is entering a pivotal season with lots of uncertainties. Be sure to stay tuned for more news on our exciting football team. And now, a promotional video on this great campus we have here at the University of Nevada, Reno.
Welcome to the University of Nevada, Reno, your only choice for education in Reno and its neighboring cities. Come experience scenic views, state-of-the-art buildings, a taste of wildlife, convenient parking options, and a wide variety of gourmet restaurants. This is the University of Nevada, Reno. Enroll today. There is no other option.
Doesn't that just make you so proud to go to school here?
It sure does. But you know what makes me so proud to be a member of the city of Reno? The fact that we're ranked 69th in STD rates.
69th? Oh, well, I guess we're just keeping things spicy around here with our ranking in the naughty and nice zone. Talk about being part of a school for something other than education.
Ha! Either way, next up we have Jake and Malia exploring a prevalent issue in our society.
What are some barriers to gender equality on our campus?
So, what does women's equality mean to you guys?
It's important for people to feel comfortable in their own skin.
It means empowering one another and lifting each other up no matter where we come from.
A lot about empowerment and uplifting one another.
So if women have feminism, what do men get? I feel like men don't really get a lot.
I think men get highlighted in sports and paid more.
Speaking of that, how do we make sure men continue making more money than women?
Keeping everything the same then, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to keep men making more money.
I feel like, if anything, women should be making the same money, if not more.
Men have MLB, NHL, NFL. How come women don't have an NFL league?
Kind of an intimidation of women to get into football. You know, it's been predominantly men, but there is women's football. Is that good?
Oh, it's really yummy. I can't have one. Hey.
So talk about WNBA and, we have great, women's college basketball athletes right now. How many WNBA players do you think it would take to beat LeBron in a game of 21? Considering women and men are equal.
Just a rough number.
Yeah, just a guess.
I think one person can do it. I'd say 3.
Who do you think has done more for women's equality? Michelle Obama or Cardi B?
I'd say both of them have done it within their own ways.
I think Michelle Obama definitely had a higher position there, so maybe her.
So, talking about powerful women, so Beyonce is pretty powerful. How do you think her country album is going to affect the election in November?
Music can definitely influence the industry and how people think, but I don't know. Either way, people are going to try and spin everything to back up one or another claim.
Does seeing Beyonce in a cowboy hat make you want to vote for Trump?
I don't think seeing Beyonce in a cowboy hat would make me feel any certain type of way.
I don't think that'd affect me. I could see her in a cowboy hat would be cool. I'm sure she'd look great. Well, thank you so much for meeting with us today. Go women's equality.
Go women.
Great stuff from Malia and Jake there. I can't believe we got an interview and an eating segment all in one. The only thing is, now I'm craving tacos. Sorry, back on topic. Next up, my colleagues from the New Brush Up Elite Interview Team, Brooke Blackard and Stephanie Navarro-Rocha, went to the offices of College of Business, Outreach and Engagement Executive Director Jim McClanahan. We wanted to find out about the importance of making connections and building our future as storytellers. While we go to them, I will be finding some tacos.
We good? Okay, thank you for joining us. My name is Brooke Blackard and I'm here with Jim McClanahan. We don't even need to cut it. Okay, thank you for joining us. My name is Brooke Blackard and I'm here with Jim McClanahan at the College of Business. He is in charge of outreach and engagement here in the College of Business.
I'm really glad you asked me that question. I would tell, and this is what I tell all first-year students and second-year students, and what I tell third-year students and fourth-year students and MBA students.
Everybody.
The most important asset you will ever have in your life is your network.
So my goal in life is to become like the next Kim Kardashian. I just want to be this big famous businesswoman. What would be 3 pieces of advice you have for somebody like me and others with big booming dreams?
Can I say dream bigger?
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So the Kardashians are, to me, are this interesting phenomenon. Now, I'm old, so it's really easy for me to have this opinion. The Kardashians I would love for you to be a successful business person, but please be a business person that is of more substance.
Okay.
Be more successful than the
Be
Kardashians.
something more.
Aim higher.
Aim higher.
Do you want me to say it, or are you just going to take a picture?
Sure. You should say, here.
Jim McClenahan, Grand Poobah of business.
The grand poobah of business? He's just lucky business isn't one of my 5 majors, or else I'd be coming for that spot.
How about Brooke shooting for the Kim Kardashian spotlight?
It's truly inspiring that she would strive to have my kind of fame.
I'm more inclined to carve my path as the grand poobah of business. After all, why settle for being a mere star when you could be the orchestrator of constellations? Here's to building empires, not just Instagram followers.
Now, going back to our main theme of what the future for journalism looks like and our school, reporter Cole Payne invited our new dean, Gi Yoon, into the Studio A to talk about using AI in our storytelling, drones, and other new exciting programs.
Welcome to Face the Pack. On today's episode, we're sitting down with the Dean of the Reno School of Journalism, Dr. Gi Yoon, to discuss what RSJ students can expect in the upcoming semesters.
All right. So, introduce yourself. Tell me how you're doing today.
Thank you for inviting me. My name is Ki Yoon, but my last name Yoon, and people call me Dean Yoon. The budget challenges that we have, and also enrollment, and also creating innovative curriculum that actually we've been doing quite well, but I want to do better and even more. So. Some of them are, as an example I'm giving you is sports media emphasis that we're starting from fall of this semester. And some classes that I initiated are a social media class and cybersecurity class, but we are also starting new classes such as drone filming class and also sports photography classes. So those are 2 camps of thinkings are currently discussed. One is incorporating AI in all classes rather than having a separate class for AI. Second type of approach could be creating an AI and journalism or a media production class. So we're currently debating, but we might end up doing both in a way, because I think it definitely will impact the variety of opportunities that students might miss because of this failure. But at the same time, RSJ, we've been working on many opportunities for students that students can take advantage of. Good job.
Thank you.
Right, thank you.
We did it.
Dean Yoon also says he plans to bring more sports journalism programs into the RSJ, such as sports photography.
The college is also working on an improved sports broadcast desk here in our newscast room, perfect for aspiring anchors. Students can expect to see that starting next semester.
I'm just waiting for them to add a Jim Boy's Tacos to campus.
You never got your tacos, did you?
Sadly, I did not.
Well, if it were up to me, I would definitely add some sports journalism classes here. Overall, more classes that are specifically focused towards certain fields would be great.
Couldn't agree more. You know, our reporter Evelyn Rosas wanted to go give her own insights and interviewed other RSJ students about their overall thoughts on the J School, new opportunities in new filmmaking classes, and the time they've spent here, and they may have some of the same thoughts that we do.
I didn't start university as a journalism student initially. I was actually majoring in English my freshman year until I learned that the Reno School was adding a film and media production emphasis to their program. So the start of my sophomore year, I decided to make the switch into journalism. Although I didn't start the program because I wanted to be a journalist, I did learn to like it and understand its importance in the world. I've also learned so much about storytelling and multimedia in general that I'm not nervous to graduate just because of how well all of those skills translate across so many fields.
One thing I personally have taken away from my 4 years here is, especially when you are creating anything media related, to maybe be a little bit more ambitious, maybe be a little bit more unconventional, and really just go for it.
As AI continues to evolve, there are many concerns regarding its future impact on journalism and other media industries. However, this can be an opportunity to be optimistic about this new technology.
I think AI has a lot of great applications. I think it's also a little bit of a learning curve trying to navigate around it. I still think that writing something yourself is going to always have a better outcome, better quality compared to AI, but it's not something that's going away. So the best way is to figure out a way to use it to enhance your work rather than try to, what a lot of people fear is going to replace workers or writers.
I'm confident in the future of journalism because of the many talented people I've had the privilege of learning and working with these past few years. I think in general we'll be able to embrace these new technologies and just continue to collaborate and adapt and push creative boundaries in our future endeavors.
Well, that about does it for us here at the New Brush Up. Make sure to follow us on all our Reynolds Sandbox social media platforms to keep up with everything we do here.
Thank you for watching. I'm Kaylee Bryant.
And I'm Quay Skanky, signing off.
Welcome to the new
Already gone. The Wolfpack coaches are getting their first look at more than 80 returning players from last year's roster, as well as 28 additions. No, dude. I had it.
Any thoughts?
No. Doesn't it just... Okay.
Sort of like chomping, like chomp. Like with my mouth open. Yeah.
Yeah, be obnoxious.
Ew.
And now for football.
Oh, no.
Well.